Tourism ministers' hands are tied because the laws are implemented by the country's Department of Home Affairs. And while there appears to be an interministerial committee looking at legislation, there are no timelines set. The impact of the unabridged certificates can't be measured either because it's only been a month. In the meantime, the industry and the country is suffering because of the biometrics requirement. Just in the last 6 months, there's been a huge loss.
The South African economy directly lost 900 million rand. That's directly, but if you add in the direct, indirect, induced component, that's 2.6 billion rand in our economy of lost spend in the country.
The problem is exacerbated with tour operators who print brochures. They need long-term certainty about visas and birth certificates. They also have long deadlines and big print runs.
What happens in a brochure environment, for example, because you only publish it every 18 months, and because it's always changing in South Africa at the moment, it's very difficult to update it. So sometimes what happens is that a tour operator may just choose to take that out because of the difficulties around continually applying for visas or updating that information.
The TBCSA wants the unabridged birth certificate scrapped and replaced with a standardized consent form. It also wants biometric data collection on tourists' arrival and/or e-visas. Thirdly, the Home Affairs Department has to do a communications campaign to undo the confusion it's caused. It's the industry that's going to suffer, though.
All the work that South African tourism is doing, Brand SA, all the private sector members that are putting money, it's all going to waste because people are looking at it and say, yeah, wonderful package to South Africa, but you know what, I'm not sure what are the requirements for me to travel to the country.
The tourism sector in South Africa is seen as one of the primary employment generators in the country, and yet it's being treated like an orphan. It's not being given enough attention, and it appears that at least one government minister is not doing what he can do to ensure that there's more employment created and more foreign direct investment coming into the country. I'm Angelo Coppola for CCTV in Johannesburg.